2, 1.
Somebody gotta tell her how it is, and not how it might be.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On God. Somebody gotta tell her how it is, and not how it might be. Niggas wanna fly but be afraid to jump. Be built to pop and show your mama she ain't raised a punk. Hey, get dirty in the field, you gotta face the funk. Cause with money for them bills can come in late this month. You gotta risk a better loss to eat off better folks. Learn how to run shit so that you never walk. Make sure them phones ain't never off. You get caught, never talk. Hoes get paid for brain. Don't take no nickels for your thoughts. Keep them hammers on your hip like guns legal in New York. Cause if you're caught slipping, think what it'll cost. I see too many good ones die with keys to a Porsche. Killers go away for college and earn degrees up north. I never seen the good and bad. I bury niggas I thought couldn't die. That got grounded for looking fly. Fresh to death and looked alive. And the nigga that did it ahead of news and looked surprised.
It be the niggas that you went to school with.
That'll get you while
You knew what to turn your brains into cool with.
Niggas that you running around
Getting ass.
we ain't gonna help.
Do nothing but carry your casket.
It be the niggas that you went to
School with.
that'll catch you while
You when you knew what to turn your brains into cool with.
niggas that you running around
Getting ass.
we ain't
I
gonna
help you do nothing but carry your casket.
I ain't know what love was till I lost a loved one. You gotta check locations where niggas showing they love from. If your nigga catch feelings for cookies, he love crumbs. But if he get too close to the job, show him you love guns. Niggas be in they feelings like some fresh shoes. Cause they can't profit off your next move. I'm the shit, it is me you gotta excuse. Excuse me. You know how many winners I let loose.
Yo, what's going on, my people? You already know who it is. It's your boy Prophet Pete with a special Friday edition with a dope guest from ATL. Her name is Lee Gunna, and we're gonna talk about some music and all that wonderful stuff. So we're gonna bring Leah in so we can get this interview on the way. Hello, Miss Gunna. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Good to hear from you. I'm glad you're here with us today.
Yeah, I'm here. It was a little struggle. I was trying to say I couldn't. My phone couldn't use the Zoom app. I had to do a little, maneuvering, but I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right, but you're here. You made it, so that's perfect. And so being that you're an artist and you was on WCW with Yo-Yo Phyllis, let's talk about that experience.
Okay. Well, pretty much I, was on Instagram pretty much just searching through. I seen the competition. I entered. I didn't know if I was going to get chosen or not. You had to submit your song as well as a visual. I got a DM from MJ saying that I was chosen and what time I was going to be going live. Once I went live, a couple other artists reviewed their music. Once it was my turn, Yo-Yo seemed like she was really into it. She offered to, put some sister love on it. I sent my track over to MJ. I'm waiting for them to respond back, and things just been going up.
That's great. So how long have you been in the music industry?
I've been doing music since I was, I want to say about 13. I started taking it serious, performance-wise, and really trying to register my music about 22, and I'll be 32 next month.
Okay. So you've been you're not a freshman or someone new to the game. You've been doing it for a while.
No, not at all. I'm just now getting out there, putting my music around. I'm doing my own footwork. Right now I'm actually down here on Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami. So, I just do a lot of networking, meeting people, building relationships, performances, of course, and a lot of my performances and work has been done out of Atlanta.
Okay, so you're out of you reside in Atlanta.
Now I'm trying to reside in Atlanta. Right now I reside in Pittsburgh, PA. That's my hometown. I'm from Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. So you a traveler.
Yeah, I travel. Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm traveling. I'm driving. I'm flying. Whatever I got to do.
I hear that. And so most of the performances that you said you did were in Atlanta, or that's where you do a lot of your networking?
Yeah, my hometown in Atlanta. I've had my music reviewed out here. I've had it played at one of the clubs out here down on Ocean Drive. But most of my performances were in Atlanta. I performed at Pinups a few times. I performed at Club Ocean, Club Bankhead. I performed at Club Rio, Club Tiger Tiger. So I'm building my name out there in Atlanta. A lot of people know me.
And how is it, with Atlanta being one of those places where the music scene is very large? How is it getting your music out there?
I mean, it's not too hard because Atlanta being its own music hub is like based off of, rap and hip hop, R&B, maybe a little reggae, but as far as like, if you go to Miami or Cali, they have so many different genres that it's like, everybody's an artist. So I feel like it's best to, if you are rapping or R&B, I do have a Caribbean song that I just made, reggae song, just to throw it out there. But I feel like that's a good start. Tennessee is a music hub too, but they have like a lot of country artists and things like that. So I just try to go. I wanted to get my start where it's really big on rap and hip hop.
Oh, definitely a great way to start off. And pushing your music, it definitely sounds like um, you're able to push your music and you're very confident in what you're doing. Because
Yes, I'm very confident. I'm very versatile. So I tell people I'm an artist. They so what do? You rap? You sing? I'm an artist. I can write in a lot of different genres. I'm a songwriter. So the song that I am going to release, I wrote for Halsey, but I might just put her on a remix. I think I want it for myself.
I hear you. I definitely hear you on that. So, with you being an artist, where do you say your heart is at? Because you can write and create music in different genres. But what is what makes you feel like your comfort zone when it comes to your craft?
My comfort zone, I rap a little fast and it's not on purpose, but I feel like it's more of a rap, trap, trap soul era. Like I feel like that's the area I'm real comfortable in. I said, that's where I have a lot of experience in. I could talk about what I've done and things. I'm not an artist that's going to talk about things that I haven't done. So I feel like that's where I'm most comfortable. But I like to challenge myself. So that's why I write in different areas. My next challenge for myself is going to be more of maybe a pop, rap pop type of track.
Okay. And when could we
Yeah, so I,
get
I
this?
have rap, I have trap soul, I have trap, I have reggae, I have R&B. Now it's time to broaden my horizons a little.
Yeah, I definitely think that broadening your horizons is always great, especially the way the music industry is nowadays, where if
Yeah,
you stick to just one sound, you kind of limit yourself.
you do, you do, and I want to build my audience. I don't want my audience just to be the 18 to maybe 35, maybe 40 that just want to hear the trap stuff, the rapping about street life and like I can rap about that, but I want to kind of switch it to where my music is for all ages. I want to start performing at like community days and things like that, and I can't get up there rapping about what I did in the streets. I'm not trying to influence nobody kid to go.
Yeah,
So it's just I'm just trying to switch it up a little.
and that's good. So let's talk about this track. Was this the same track that you sent to Yo Yo,
Yes,
the Run It
Fingers
Up?
Purple. Yep, it's Fingers Purple. They saved it under Run It Up, but the song is called Fingers Purple. It's produced by Mike Tomlin. He's a producer as well as an artist back in Pittsburgh, PA. I've been pushing this song for a little over a year. It's just new to y'all. So like I'm kind of getting tired of pushing it. I'm ready to drop the trap soul or the reggae track. Everybody wants me to drop the reggae, but I still got work to do with Fingers Purple. I haven't gotten visuals out really, so I'm working on that area of things so you can actually see who I am behind my lyrics.
Well, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into this track real quick, and then when
Let's get into it.
yeah, we're gonna talk about it when we come back. All right. So I want you
All
to
right.
I want you to introduce yourself, and then introduce the track, and then we're gonna get right into it.
All right. I am Lee Gunna. I am from Pittsburgh, PA. I am under Hood Rich Management. This is my song Fingers Purple. You can find it on SoundCloud, and it will be available on all platforms very soon.
Here we go, y'all.
I just did stack and just try to run it up. Try to count it until I think it's good. Bitches going more than Milwaukee Bucks. I'm playing it on the show. I just did stack and just try to run it up. Try to count it until I think it's good. Bitches going more than Milwaukee Bucks. Playing the field for the show. Tryna run up my funds up, I want the paper, baby. If it ain't about the money, then it just ain't about me. Wanna come up, got niggas catching the vapors, baby. Some thicky thick, I'm on Nelly, but with Murphy and Ali. I pop and flip it, the play can get the baby. And I ain't clipping the cut and don't really play the alley. Got your hating bitches scrolling my wall. I think they like how the money get through my claws. I want to think, I'm money mission, the body beat. New edition, yeah, in these streets. Like a solid nigga, bitches in my league. I've been steady running it. I just steady stacking, just trying to run it up. Trying to count it until my fingers get cold. Bitches balling more than Milwaukee Bucks. On the lane, playing the field for the show. I've been steady stacking, just trying to run it up. Trying to count it until my fingers get cold. Bitches balling more than Milwaukee Bucks. On the lane, playing the field, her show. Counting money to come up crazy. I think they leaking, I peep it, they hate it. They gonna go pow. I'm booming, I'm banging. I hustle, the moolah, I'm saying like greatness. I'm chillin', stacking, I'm starting from head to toe. Bitches talking, but I don't care what they saying about me. I'm getting money and focus, I got that Kodak vision. Standing on all these bitches that ever tried to tell me. I want that thing, I'm money mission, deep, body beat. New edition, yeah, in these streets. Like a solid nigga, bitches in my league. I've been steady running it. I've been steady stacking, just trying to run it up. Trying to count it until my fingers get cold. Bitches balling more than Milwaukee Bucks. I'm playing the field for the show. I've been steady stacking, just trying to run it up. Trying to count it until my fingers get cold. Bitches balling more than Milwaukee Bucks. I'm playing the field for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We back. Definitely.
Exactly. You feeling it? You like it? Let me know what you think about it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool with especially with the up tempo
Bay Area type of beat.
of the song. Like it's one of those. How could I say the place it takes me when I listen to it? It's kind of like you in your car when you're driving fast and you bumping that, and it just kind of goes with fast paced life and just movement in itself.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I want it to be more of like a celebration. It's like, get your money, do what you got to do to get it. Hustling it's more than one way to hustle. I'm not just talking about, negative type of illegal activity.
Yeah.
But yeah, just get your money how you gonna get it. Stack your money, don't depend on nobody for it, Get your own bag. That's what type of time I'm on. I'm trying to influence females, get your own bag. Don't depend on nobody for nothing. No nigga, excuse my language. But, just do you. Get your money, do what you want to do. Don't wait for nobody to move how you want to move, because that's how you become stagnant. That's why I travel a lot by myself, because, no offense, but a lot of my friends and family got, children, so they can't come out and move around. Like I've been in Atlanta for 2 months. I just came down to Miami. I've been down here for 4 days. I'm about to book another room for a couple days. So I don't know. I move on how I feel like I need to.
I definitely feel you on that. So I'm assuming your favorite color is purple.
That's my daughter's favorite color.
Uh,
But it came from, counting your money to like basically it was like when I really, really blow and I get my first, couple 100,000, like I don't want to use no money counter. I want to count it by hand, till my fingers is purple. So that's where the idea of the song came from.
so that would explain the fingers purple track that you have.
Yeah, today hurting, today, like that, like man, let me just get the money counter. I done lost track of counting. Yeah, that's where the concept came from.
Okay, I definitely get it. Definitely could feel that vibe, and especially you got to speak what you want into existence.
Exactly, I'm big on the laws of attraction.
Now I don't know about wanting to count money to my fingers is purple because that's kind of like self-inflicted pain. So I would have got
I
the money
mean,
counter even before I had to count the money. I'm just saying that's just the way I would have did it.
yeah, I mean, everybody to each his own. But I mean, I ain't gonna hurt myself. Like when they turn a little bit purple, then I'll get the money counter. I ain't gonna do it till it's like I can't move them.
Yeah. So being from Pittsburgh, how is because how is that influence your music?
Well, being from Pittsburgh, I mean, there's a lot of great artists in Pittsburgh. But a lot of people are comfortable with just being a Pittsburgh artist, a local artist. They just want to be known in their neighborhoods. They want to go to the local bars because we have bars. Like we don't have lounges and clubs and stuff. We got like little hood bars. And people have like open mics there. You go and perform and stuff, and then people go on and continue their night. And that's not really what I'm like looking for. Like when I go and perform, I'm trying to get somewhere with my music. I don't want nobody to say, "Hey, you did a good job. That's a nice performance," and then continue on with their night drinking, waiting for the industry music to come on. So that's why I go to the showcases and stuff, and I feel like it's more of an opportunity in Atlanta because there's people actually scouting talent. There ain't too many people really scouting talent in Pittsburgh. Now there might be people in other states that might be looking into Pittsburgh, trying to see who's popping, who's hot. But I'd rather just put my name out there with the footwork that I'm doing
That's
instead of
definitely,
sitting around and waiting for it to come to me.
yeah, that's definitely a great way to approach it, especially and it just happens that there's a lot of great talent in many places, but
There is.
but there's a lot of artists that are out there that are very complacent of just being hood famous. It's like
Yeah,
everybody knows I rap on my
exactly.
block, and it's like, well, you know that there's a whole nother world outside of the block that you live on or the corner that you
Exactly.
hang
And
out
there's
on.
so many people that's just comfortable in Pittsburgh. And it's like, do y'all really think that this is just life? Like Pittsburgh? Like, I mean, outside of Stillers and, the city view and the bridges and stuff, we got a good view and everything. But when you really get into it, like, Pittsburgh is really small and it's a lot of, like, it's a lot going on out there. Everything ain't all, cheeks and teeth and cookies and cake.
Yeah,
Like it's a lot going on out there. So I needed to get away, and since I left, I've been losing a lot of different friends and people that I know, to the gun violence and things like that. So I just feel like I just need to do what I'm doing and get my family out of there. So
yeah.
that's my mission.
So I want to talk about your name real quick because when I first when I first read your name, before even seeing your picture or listening to your music, I
Mhm.
I assumed, it was an assumption that you would have been a male rapper.
Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people do. And I feel like, I mean, when I rap, I feel like my audience may be geared more towards a male audience because they relate more to what I'm doing. I'm not much of a girly girl. Like, I dress and everything, but, I don't really gravitate towards females too much. It's just a personal thing. Like, I'm more comfortable around males. So Lee Gunna came from me rapping with a group of males, and they like, oh, you spin, so what's your name? What's your name gonna be? You can't be like, yeah, my name is Leandra. So they like, you can't go on stage like, hey, I'm Leandra, I'm from here. Like, which gonna be your name? So it was, I sat and thought about it for a little while, and actually Mike Menace, the guy that I was rapping with back when I was about 16, he named me. And it was basically like not saying that I tote guns or like I shoot people or nothing like that. Like I bust on tracks. So I kill tracks.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's Lee Gunna.
So now I know where the gunna come from, because after I read it and then I seen that you was a female, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, I can be on a caliber with a lot of different male artists. So coming from where I'm from, I don't know if it's facts, but my opinion is a lot of people were intimidated by my style. So that's why I don't really have a lot of features. And I'm not the type that's going to keep reaching out, because then I feel like I'm begging. And, it's just a personal thing with me. Like, I'm not about to beg nobody to do shit. So, excuse me, nothing. So, I just, all my songs pretty much ain't really got no features. That might be the name of my mixtape when I drop it, but no features. But, yeah. But, I'm working on that. I pretty much feel like everything that I have on SoundCloud right now, I'm going to probably drop on my birthday, August 7th, just to get it out there. And then all the songs that I've been working on since I've been out here maneuvering, I'm going to drop that on a different tape.
Okay.
Just because I feel like my style has changed a lot since the songs I put on SoundCloud. That was the trap rap Lee Gunna.
That was a trap rap. Oh, well, we're gonna get into some of those. We definitely gonna get into some of those. Because I definitely wanna tune into this Fingers Purple and into this check. I definitely want to get into this check.
That's my Bodak Yellow cover. That's what I open my shows up with. That's my attention grabber. Because I get up there and they look like, oh, she's cute. She looks like she's about to sing or something. So yeah, that's my attention grabber right there. That's what I open with. Shout out to Cardi B.
Yeah, well, Cardi B is definitely unique in her way. I gotta. They try to compare her to Nicki a lot and stuff like that, but
yeah, I don't that there ain't no comparison there. That's just my opinion. There ain't no comparison in that era right there. I like Cardi B. She's real. She's open minded. She's outspoken. It's not intentional to hurt nobody's feelings. She's just herself. Now all that other extra made up. I'm this person. I'm that person. This is my alter ego. That person. I can't get with it because it's like it's fake. It's not you. So, 1 minute you this person, next person you a fucking a fairy godmother. Like, I mean, I understand. That's what that's your image of how you came out and everything. I'm not knocking your hustle. That's just not what I'm into. Somebody else might love it. So, that's the big thing with the music industry. When you pushing your music, something you might think is a whole banger, you might get your feelings hurt when you really let somebody listen to it. That's really somebody. Like, that shit, it's all right, but I ain't about to spend it in the club on my Friday night. And you got to know how to suck that shit up. Just like, all right, well, when I drop the next track, I'll come back to you. But you can't take the shit personal because everybody got their own opinion. It might take somebody else to come behind you and push your track for the next person to be like, you know what, I think I do like this song. But you already blew your moment because you could have broke it for me, But, you just got to roll with the punches, keep it moving.
Yeah, but do you
think
take
it personal?
But do you think that, even though with the way the industry is today and everything being so fast and you're able to reach and send your music out to millions of people at a time, that just because someone is not rocking with it, let's say you went to Texas and you took your music to Texas and they're like, nah, we're not really feeling it. But just because it's not
cool.
It's not just because it's not vibing in Texas, it might be popping in California.
Exactly. And then there's certain parts of Texas because, I'm not trying to be, I'm a humble person, but I haven't really never got any negative comments on my music. the most they might say is like, it needs a better mix on it. But as far as my actual songs, like I've never really gotten a bad response. So when that bad response come, I got to take my own advice. Like, I got to humble myself. Like, you know what? I can't, I got a little attitude problem. So I can't, like, try, like, you know what? Well, nigga, fuck you. I can't do that. I just got to, well, it's nice to meet you. I appreciate your time. And, listening to my track, I'll call at you the next time I come out or when I drop the next single. And you keep it moving. Don't be trying to linger and be in these people's face when you see the celebrities and stuff. You can't be all, I was starstruck when I seen Young Thug. That's my favorite artist. So it was like, it wasn't like, oh my God. Like, I was more so like, oh shit. Like that's that nigga right there. I'm like, wobbling at the ankle, trying to play it off. Like, I know I can't take no steps right now because it's going to be obvious. So I'm chilling, trying to get myself together. I'm talking to myself in my head, like, Gunna, get your shit together. But, I came out of it a little bit, and as we was walking out, I was trying to tap him, but it's like the jacket, the Chanel shit he had on, I'm like, I don't want to touch it. So he seen me reaching and was like, look, I'm like, how you doing? And he's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, good, And then, he kept going, and I'm like, I'm beating myself up about it on the way home. Like, I ain't telling him I'm an artist. I ain't telling him I want him to be his artist. I'm a rap and da-da-da-da. Like, I was all baby about it, crying. Like, I blew my shit, but I know I'll meet him again.
Yeah.
But you just can't, you got to self-check. You can't be, you might blow your chance going to somebody on some groupie shit. They're going to be looking like you an artist acting like this. Like, all right, nice to meet you. And keep it moving.
Yeah. And I think that being a fan of the industry and being an artist, there's nothing wrong with it. But sometimes, depending on what you're the image you're trying to portray, you definitely got to make sure that you think it.
Exactly. You got to remember that you upholding the image. You can't, you just got to self-check. I didn't caught myself slipping a couple of times, like, oh shit, like looking and shit. And I'm like, all right, hold up. You can't be all looking and breaking your neck and staring and shit. Like, like I'm about to be on y'all level in a minute. Let me get myself together and introduce myself. And a couple of times it was like, when I went to the Res Deshaun, he like, I heard your name before. I'm like, yeah, you've been watching my stories. He like, oh, that's my promotion team. I'm like, oh, I had to laugh it off. Like, my bad. I thought it was you. So he like, no, it's cool. He laughed with it too. I exchanged Instagrams and everything, told him to follow me back or I'm unfollowing. He ain't following me back, so I ain't going to unfollow him. But when I see him, I'm going to let him know, like, you ain't follow me. I remember. But yeah, that's, you just got to lighten the situation. You can't take shit too personal. And it's just been working for me. I've been meeting a lot of different people and just ending up in a lot of good situations.
That's great to hear. Now let's get into this Fingers Purple track. I want you to introduce it, and we're gonna talk about it when we come back.
You mean Check?
Huh? No,
you mean Check?
Fingers Purple.
Fingers Purple. You gonna play it again?
I played Fingers Purple already. Oh yeah,
we did Fingers Purple. You said you wanted to get in the Check. That's the Bodak Yellow cover.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're gonna get into this Check. So here we go. Yeah, play that. Well, introduce that so I can play it.
Okay. Well, again, this is Lee Gunna, Pittsburgh, PA, and this is my Bodak Yellow cover. It's called Check. Shout out to Cardi G. This is my attention grabber, my club opener, my show opener. So I hope y'all enjoy it.
Here we go, y'all. WEMS Prophet Radio.
Checks, cause part of your building the rest got me touching my chest. Man, I'm out of breath, but Gunna no dumb on no sweat. I be chasing them checks, chasing them checks. Cause part of your building the rest got me touching my chest. Man, I'm out of breath, but Gunna no dumb on no sweat. Yeah, chasing them checks, cause part of your building the rest got me touching my chest. I mean, who man, I'm out of breath, and no Gunna no dumb on no sweat. I be chasing them checks, chasing them checks. Cause part of your building the rest got me touching my chest. I mean, who man, I'm out of breath, and no Gunna no dumb on no sweat. How many licks does it take just to cake like the big bangs? Molly rocks like the bottom of a fish tank. You know what's wrong when you sniff it and that shit stank. Took it to another level while that shit franks. A couple shots and I chasing with a mixed drink. Turned up, think I give a fuck, everything. I got the game on mouth no precinct. You in the hole getting fronted, that's the precinct. Cut the tan, cut the white, cut the light pink. And the butter comes to dance and the doubt thing. A couple dozen of shows, I fuck with coast to coast. And place fifth, found Nina fucking vouching. Lemonade race, sipping twisted iced tea. Is you rolling, bitch, I might be. I know you lurking, so I'm posting what you might see. You hating on me cause I showed you pipe dreams. See, I've been working on my pivotal. I need tsunami flow, I had to switch it up a little. For real, thesaurus is for different synonyms. Boy, I'm sicker than her and him and him. Welcome to Gunna's realm. Now hold on, shorty, want another pill. A couple bucks, I got them spinning, that's a money wheel. I'm out here running at my money, I don't wanna chill. Money mission, this is a feeling of the Benedict. One of the hottest of the streets, baby. Gotta know you heard of me, baby. Make it up and watch the things, baby. She my shot from the 3th grade. Start stripping like a sea grave. Ride the beat, baby. Then you're gonna kill the beat, baby. Run it back and hit repeat, baby. Gonna replay me. 10 toes on the streets, baby. Cardi B, we need the link, baby. What you think, baby?
Yeah. Okay. So you got bars and you like the rhyme fast and all that for real.
Yeah, I feel like, I try to calm it down a little because I feel like I got a lot to say and I try to squeeze it into, but so many bars. So that's part of me switching my style, learning how to, take words out but still have the same meaning. And just like I said in the song, the sources for different synonyms, like I'm the type that will think of a word to rhyme off of, and then I'll go to my thesauruses and find another word that don't nobody really use, and then rhyme off of that. So I'm more of a lyrical type. I'm not just going, I'm not going to talk about, my hair long, weave, nails long, and I'm not that type of rapper. I'm not really girly about it.
Definitely. Definitely. Like I can say, you got bars, and with the
Thank you.
With the way you deliver it, you have a unique sound when it comes to delivering what you putting out there. So you don't sound like a lot of the other female rappers because you end up getting that same sound over and over because people like to mimic what is popular.
Yeah, exactly.
And I
know what you mean.
And I think that's great. So you got a couple of other tracks here on SoundCloud. So
yeah.
What else would you like the listeners to hear from you?
You could put on Miss Griselda.
Yeah, I was
actually
not
familiar, Griselda Blanco, she was not everything about her. I just like the motivation behind how she was getting her money. So she was my influence when I was like 13 or 14. Like that's when I found out about her. And I'm like, oh, she's like that. Like she gets that money. So I'm like, yeah. And that's when I really start trying to get into different things and getting money and stuff. And that's where most of my music on SoundCloud comes from. So the Fingers Purple is a lot different than everything else on SoundCloud. That's why I want to drop everything that's on there and just kind of get it out the way and introduce people to the new me. Because that's the old me. It's like it's still in me, but I don't really try to rap like that too much anymore.
Okay, so there has been an elevation in your craft and the way you deliver.
Definitely. When I first started, it was like I was kind of listening to different like battle raps and stuff, and I liked the emotion from the crowd, the oohs, the ahs, so that's the type of reaction I was looking for when I did my music. So that's where most of the fast bars and, that's where all of that came from.
So have you ever
like,
have you ever entered into a battle rap competition?
No. I can't.
Why not?
I don't know how to freestyle. And I mean, me personally, my attitude ain't right for it. So I've been to battles where people battling and they got their family and stuff in the crowd, supporting them, and they done said some shit about somebody's dad that done passed away. And it's like, the people in the crowd, now they're snapping. Now the battle's almost over because you have to stop it and calm the crowd down. Like, I'm emotional. So if you say something that gets to me, I might haul off and really just hit you. So I'd rather not put myself in that situation. I'd rather be the people in the crowd like, ooh, shit, did you hear what she just said? Ooh, that's disrespectful as hell. rather than it being said to me. And I'm like, all right, you got this, I wear my emotions on my face. So you know when I'm mad, you know when I'm irritated, you know when I'm happy, whatever. So I don't think it's for me.
So with that being said, what is your sign?
I'm a Leo.
A Leo.
My birthday's August 7th.
Okay. Oh, we're almost there. So happy birthday. Or future birthday.
Right. Thank you. If we don't talk before then thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, my father's a Leo. He's a firecracker himself. So I know.
So you know exactly what I mean. We could bite our tongue for some time, but when we had enough, we had enough.
Yeah. And he's definitely one of those type of guys. So I definitely understand why you wouldn't do battle rap. But it's actually making a comeback, and they cutting large checks for that battle rap. So I don't know. You might have to think about.
I mean, I know that they cutting checks and everything, but it's like freestyling and battle rapping. That's a whole different lane than just writing music. Well, there's a lot of people who could write a battle rap for somebody in particular and go in on them, but you tell them, give them a beat and tell them to write a song, and they can't do it.
Yeah, like,
or you tell them like, come to me. Like, I'm the type where I have hustle and flow moments. That's what I call them, where I hear the beat in my head, and I've been to school, so I'm like learning how to build my own beats and everything. So I don't gotta worry about buying them and all that other stuff. But I can write a song without a beat, and then take it to a producer. Like, this is the whole song. Can you make the beat for it? I can give you a reference. Mm-hmm. And there's only been 2 producers that I've worked with that can do it. I didn't have producers trying to put they thing on it, and it just ain't sounding right. All the booms, the pings, like, dog, this ain't the vibe for this song. I'm sorry. Like, and they're like, oh, hold on, I ain't done. I don't want you to add no more to this, because I don't want you to, sitting here working, and then I'm like, if I already don't like it, if you add into it, it's like, nah, it's going to be too much. You got to switch up. So I'd rather let you know off top, like, nah, just the bass line ain't cool. For the 808s and all that, it's cool, but the snares ain't really, there. I need more than just a tick. I might need more, but, like, I'd be standing next to the producer, like, nah, I need it to sound like this. Drop the beat right here, and then bring it back in. Bring the transition. Like, I'm that type of artist, so I'm hands-on. I don't just record it and then be like, go ahead, do what you want.
Yeah. Oh, so you one of those type of artists?
Yeah. So I be trying to tell them, like, I'm not trying to get on your nerves or nothing, but I like what I like. And they be like, no, I think this sounds good. Da-da-da-da. Like, you hear that, and that's the intro, and da-da-da. I'm like, I hear what you're saying, but I ain't feeling it. I need it to sound like this. This is how I want it to sound. And if you don't like it, that's cool. But I love it. This is what I'm paying you for. I need to make it like this, please, and thank you.
And how is it being an independent artist?
I ain't gonna say this shit's hard as hell. Like, when you ain't got no team behind you, man. You ain't got no, like, I just got under Hood Rich Management. I want to say that was like March 28th. That's 2 days after my dad passed. My dad passed when I was 5, so that date's going to stick with me. So
I hear that.
Yeah, thank you. But ever since I've had that management under me, it's like, okay, now I feel like I got a little, like, less work off of me. I could, I know where I could go to, because, Hood Rich has its own artist management. So you can go there for promotion, for marketing, for video shoots, for photo shoots, for podcasting, for listening parties, for all types of things. Anything you want to do, record anything, you can do it all in one spot. So that's why I'm like, all right, so now that I have this under me, now I got to use it to my advantage. So within, I'll say in 2 weeks, I recorded my trap soul, my reggae, and my R&B song. So before I drop them, I want to get the concept for the visuals. I know I'm going to have it under Hood Rich. So now I got to figure out the locations. I got to figure out what I want it to look like. The reggae song, I know I want it shot down here on the beach with the palm trees and everything. I don't want to be at just any beach. I need palm trees in the background. So it's like I got to prepare myself to, get the videographer, pay for the location. I know I want choreography. I'm trying to be basic image to me. I want to be the Sierra of rap. So I want to be spitting that shit, but then I want to come with the choreography behind it because I like to dance. I know how to dance. So
Okay.
for the reggae song, I want the reggae experience. You know how they be snapping out in A clubs and stuff, be snatching the girls' wigs off and all that stuff. I don't want them to do that to me, but I want it in the video, just on the beach, kickback bonfire type, me, maybe four other girls, colorful bathing suits. We got our own choreography. If there's guys who could be incorporated in it, cool. But it's like, Lorianne, where you at? Lorianne Gibson, I need you. I need you. But yeah, that's just my vision, though.
Okay, so let's get into this Miss Griselda. Introduce it just like we did all the other ones.
Okay, this is Miss Griselda, of course, by Gunna. This is produced by JPEG, the Juggernaut, Pittsburgh, PA. Griselda Blanco, if you don't know who she is, you might want to Google her. And this is Griselda, Miss Griselda by Gunna. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Let's switch the game on them. Lego, Audible 1-3, break. Jackson Franklin, Rest is all I see. Gunna win and switch the game on them. Lego, Audible 1-3, break. Jackson Franklin, Rest is all I see.
Did you mean Miss Griselda? Yeah. Did you mean Miss Griselda? Yeah. Did you mean Miss Griselda? Pull up on your block like, can I help you? Swimming in that money, Mike himself, so just me and Miss Griselda. Yeah. Did you mean Miss Griselda?
Money making mission, cop the package. My neck don't hit me up, he said it's cracking. I'm steady stacking, applying laws of attraction. Narco trapping, I'm out the city and back in. I'm slowly reeling them racks in. Added up, no subtractions. I'm focused, that's no distractions. Determined to make it happen. I've been standing 10 toes down, all on my 2 feet. Gotta stack it, flip it, grind, get it. You know what I mean? Swag, bag. I've been in the streets, boy, you have not been. That's no rice, no champagne, no, you get nothing. These bones bugging, some shit not for discussion. For the spirit of Blanco all in my stomach, so
Did you
we
mean
thugging
Miss
now.
Griselda? Yeah. Did you mean Miss Griselda? Yeah. Did you mean Miss Griselda? Like, can I help you? Swimming in that money, Mike himself, so just me and Miss Griselda. Yeah. Did you mean Miss Griselda?
Lego, Audible 1-3, break. Jackson Franklin, grass is all I see. Gunna win and switch the game name. Lego, Audible 1-3, break. Jackson Franklin, grass is all I see. Swap me, got me, so I head back. I didn't change my route, that's a play action. Driving around them blocks to get my second. If you don't know numbers, who I'm texting. And if you ain't heard about me, boy, get your facts. And I actually hustle, flip, stack my chips. That's Frito, no laying. I'm getting to it. Madrina, Madonna, Okino, she lit. I'm feeling just like I'm Griselda.
Did you mean Miss Griselda? Yeah. Did you mean Miss Griselda? Yeah. Did you mean Miss Griselda? Pull up on your block like, can I help you? Swimming in that money, Mike himself, so just me and Miss Griselda. Yeah. Did you mean Miss Griselda?
Parent.
Yeah,
That was Miss Griselda. And excuse me, before you even get started, I thought that was the song that was produced by JPEG. That was also produced by Mike Tomlin. So that was produced by Mike Tomlin, and so was Fingers Purple. So I apologize for that. JPEG, if you listening, my bad. JPEG, he made the beat for Like I Left Something and for Beam Me Up. That's on SoundCloud as well. So shout out to JPEG Juggernaut. He's also a good producer out there and artist in Pittsburgh, PA.
Yeah. I definitely like the way that one was put together. Who was that on the hook?
The hook, that's Mike Tomlin. That's who made the beat. That song, actually my brother, cousin Reese, he's an artist in Pittsburgh, PA as well. he gave me that beat like, look, sis, like I got this beat. I don't really know what to do with it. It came with it's just me and Miss Griselda with his voice already on it. So everything else I filled in. The bridge, I switched the game on them. Let's go. Audible 1, 3. I did all of that by myself. So it came with the beat and just his voice on it. And I just, did what I done when I did it.
I can see how definitely you were able to work with that. It definitely vibed well. And just but again, like I'm a car type person, so it's like I could actually envision that music in like a Fast and Furious movie, like in a scene
Okay.
where like cars is just zooming down the blocks and drifting sideways and all that. Like that music would be perfect into all that stuff, and it's
okay.
Yeah, it's.
See, I didn't think of that. That's a good idea.
No,
my
but
vision being that I started off like, I switched the game on them. Let's go. Audible 1, 3. Great. The Audible when you're playing Madden and shit, when you're switching up your play. So I was thinking of more of like it being like a, like a flag football type of, I might have maybe all females, this little female team they got on TV with the lingerie, they be doing the flag football shit. Like maybe something like that. But I don't know. That was a good idea though, the Fast and Furious thing.
Like
maybe I can put both of them in it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's because both of them are flag football and cars moving, just things like that. They're both fast paced, and
yeah,
it's like the visuals would be just crazy. And then you're in Miami. You're in Miami right now, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, the park ranger distracted me. They trying to close down the beach. My bad. Sorry, what did you say?
You're in Miami right now, right?
Yeah, they they virus down here is getting is in its peak. They closing the beach early. The strip clubs is closing at 12, so they just rode past saying that masks are required, but a lot of people are walking around without one, so I don't know why he just stopped, but okay.
Yeah. Definitely in Florida, it's a little crazy right now. But I think the visuals of like even with the flag football and all females and then even if you had cars driving by real fast or changing lanes, dipping through traffic as a visual, or with a female driving, that'd be like. You gotta be
of
careful.
course, like I don't know how to do donuts and stuff, but I'll be in the passenger like, hanging out the window and shit.
Yeah, but all that works. Even motorcycles and stuff like that. All that stuff. Like when I listen to your music, that's what it reminds me of. So it's like just clips and stuff like that will go perfect in that place.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely takes me to that place. And I listen to a lot of music, trust and believe, hundreds of songs a week. So, and
I believe
a lot of independent artists are sending stuff in, and trust and believe, I hear different varieties of stuff, and it's amazing, like what I visualize when I listen to it.
Yeah, I could use your visuals for. I might need you to listen to a couple songs. Like, you know what? After the interview, you know what? Just go listen to some shit and just DM me, like,
Yeah, and
because that's what I got. That's the area I need the most work in. Like, I need visuals. Like, I got my promo runs on my YouTube and everything from me doing, my shows in Atlanta and things like that. But I need like videos, like real deal videos. I don't want just me sitting down nowhere looking like it came off of an iPhone. Like, I need real deal visuals, real deal like production. Like,
and now visual is super important.
Yeah, but until then, I gotta do what I can. So, so far what I've been doing, been working for me. The person that I got making my beats, I give him a reference. He tell me a beat. It'd be cheap as hell. I'm like, cool, that's what you want. Here you go. I need you to put all my track outs and everything on my backup drive, and I'll see you on the next track. For
So
real, and that's important for artists. So make sure y'all got y'all backup tracks and everything. Y'all jump drive, y'all flash drive. Like you might need a little bit more than a flash drive to get all your track outs and everything. You want to have a lot of storage for your songs. So get you, the cheapest one's probably like $50. It's a good start. Get your track outs and put your shit in your folder. So when they pull your music out, if you want to have it mixed, or if you feel like you want to add another ad lib or something, it's not hard to find. And just be organized with your shit. Like you got to be serious. You can't be going to interviews and stuff, and they like, all right, send your song in, and you send in a video clip type shit. Like you got to be on your shit. Like for real.
yeah, and I think that with the way things are, and there's not a lot of people teaching, what is needed. So a lot of people become artists overnight.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, and I mean sometimes experience is the best teacher. Like there ain't no formula to really make it out here. Like you could be doing music for years and you happen to put a little song on Instagram and made a TikTok to it, and that's the song that took you out of here.
yeah,
That's the song that got the attention of whoever. It only takes the attention from one person that's really going to be able to do something with it. All them views and stuff is good, but if that one view just come from Puffy and that shit takes me on out of here, then I'm cool with that one view because it's about to get me a good 300 million views. So
yeah, man, and it's definitely what we need. We need to understand when it comes to this industry and all that. People like to live in this persona of greatness, but don't even they're so lost in the persona that they don't even realize what's to actually make it.
exactly. It's a lot of people who throw their money around. Oh, I did this, I did that, I bought this, I bought that. Oh, I got to interview this. Yeah, because you bought it, of course. Like, but you got to have your shit lined up after that. Like, you paid for the interview, all that. Yeah, you got your videos and stuff, but is your shit registered? Is your music original? Is your beat original? Do you own your beat? If you don't own it, did you do the split sheet? Do you got your BMI and everything together so that the producer make sure he get his percentage out of your percentage or whatever? If y'all want to split the percentage, you get 100%, he get 100% because the 200% you got split. But that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother conversation. So you just gotta make sure you got your shit really ready. Like you can't just be like, oh, I got this hot ass song, this is it, yep. And they like, all right, so what's your budget? And you like, a budget for what? They gonna look like, what? Like, come on, you got to know what you're doing out here. Like, if you ain't ready, it's okay. You might have to take your time and take a couple different avenues and, learn through different experiences. But I'd rather put myself out there and just deal with the harsh reality. Like, look, I want you to give it to me real. I don't want you to sugarcoat it and be like, oh, she's cute, I ain't gonna hurt her feelings. Like, nigga, hurt that shit. Like, let me know what's up so I can know what to adjust and what I need to do, what I don't need to do,
Yeah. So I want to get into one more track before we get up out of here. We got Me Up and we got Like I Left Something. Which one
You
would
could do Like I Left Something. That's more of a bars. That's kind of on the level of Miss Griselda and Check. So you can get into that, and that is produced by JPEG the Juggernaut.
Okay, so go ahead, introduce this one so we can get into it. And then when we come back, we'll talk. You'll let everybody know how they can follow you and where they can find your music.
Okay, we're about to get into Like I Left Something. This was produced by JPEG the Juggernaut. He's a Pittsburgh producer as well as artist. You can find the song on SoundCloud, and we're going to get into it now. Like I Left Something, and go ahead and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Got me back up in this bitch, it's like I left something. You know I'm on my grind, you could tell by how I hustle. Got me back up in this bitch, it's like I left something. You know I'm on my grind, you could tell by how I hustle. Got me back up in this bitch, back up in this bitch. Got me back up in this bitch, it's like I left something. Got me back up in this bitch, back up like I left something. You know I'm on my grind, you could tell by how I hustle. Got me
Back up in this bitch and I ain't leave a fucking thing. Peep the scene, cause I know that shit ain't always That's what it seemed. Damn right, I'm voluntarily on a zombie team, cause I'm off of Molly, woo. Nah, I mean, chat, stacking, chasing paper, baby. Gotta get my guapo up. Solo back up in this bitch, and I don't even give a fuck. Traveling wherever, just to get my chapel up. Guess that money make me come. Let me get my nut to the max, and I'm getting it. And this here ain't nothing new. I'm the same bitch back up in here. I just branched off of my crew. Hating this bitches worry about me. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Think I'm not ratchet? Ain't about that action. I'll unleash Gunna goon. Got me
back up in this bitch. It's like I left something. You know I'm on my grind. You could tell by how I hustle. Got me back up in this bitch. It's like I left something. You know I'm on my grind. You could tell by how I hustle. Got me back up in this bitch. Back up in this bitch. Got me back up in this bitch. It's like I left something. Got me back up in this bitch. Back up like I left something. You know I'm on my grind. You could tell by how I hustle. Got me.
watch the party turn up as I dish off my pack to him. Same bitch from yesterday back in here to the maximum. Don't know numbers, I'm taxing him. Stacking money, fuck a friend, spin a win, spinning bins. Back bitch, yes again. Gonna try me, pressure luck, no whammies, no GSN. I'm riding around and getting it. So 2 chains going all in, no loose chains, I want all ends. Ball in till I'm falling to the death of me, to the hearse nigga, to the graveyard, to the coffin. You frying, you ain't plugging, got me calling you for nothing. Got me wasting my few minutes, got me about to do some cutting. Got me back up in this bitch, and it's like I left something. You know I'm on my grind, you can tell by how I hustle. Got me
back up in this bitch. It's like I left something. You know I'm on my grind. You could tell by how I hustle. Got me back up in this bitch. It's like I left something. You know I'm on my grind. You could tell by how I hustle. Got me back up in this bitch. Back up in this bitch. Got me back up in this bitch. It's like I left something. Got me back up in this bitch. Back up like I left something. You know I'm on my grind. You could tell by how I hustle. Got me.
Okay. Okay.
So you liking that? You liking that?
Am I liking it? That shit is hard right there. Like,
Thank you.
definitely
Shout out
vibe.
to J-Pad, man.
Yo, and I'm born on the East Coast and all that, but the vibe that I got from that was Midwest to West Coast type
For real?
vibe. Yeah, it's crazy because you know, like Mike Jones and them, that's what, like, those guys out there, that's where it took me.
Okay. I ain't never heard that one before. That's what's
Because that whole track, and it's like that's the way they make music out there. So Texas and Houston, those type of places. You got California, and just like the mid to the West Coast. That's how they kind of flow, and with the way the tempo of the beat was, and then your flow, and then the hook and all that. It just took me there. And
that's like, what's up.
Yeah, so
that's what's up. Because how that song came about.
That's
one of the songs I wrote. That was one of my hustle and flow moments.
Okay.
I wrote that song in my head and took it to J-Pad. I called him like, look, I'm about to be on my way. This is how the hook go, but I wanted to be like, chopped and screwed, like, so I spit it to him or whatever, and it was only the hook. And by the time I got to the studio, he had that beat done. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like spitting my shit to it like it fit and everything. Like, I ain't have to tell him to drop nothing or none of that. I went in there, and I'm the type that I memorize my lyrics, so I could record 2 or 3 songs in an hour. So I went in there, I busted out. It was in less than an hour. He put his thing on it, mixed it, all that other stuff, and put his mix on it, should I say. Because usually when you're an artist, you know that the person who makes the beat can't really mix it because they already did what they done to it, and you need another ear. So,
yeah.
but it was a good mix, though, and I just put it out like that. Like, I
Yeah,
ain't even go through the mastering and all of that. Like, sometimes the mix is just good enough. Like, a lot of the stuff you hear on the radio ain't got no good ass mastering mixing to it. So it's just like, look, this is what it is. And that used to be my attention grabber. That's what I used to open with.
and now you use the Bodak Yellow one.
Now I go with the Bodak Yellow because I feel like it's a little more lyrical, and for it to be an attention grabber, it's not a whole song. So it grabbed their attention real quick, and then here come my explosion, my sirens, my gunshots. Like, hold on, like, yeah, that was just a sample for y'all. Now I got y'all looking. Now we're gonna get in the fingers purple. You know, now we're gonna get into this, you know. But that attention grabber, it grabbed the fuck out their attention. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's really great. So I want you to tell the listeners how they can follow you, how they can find you, and where all your music is. So your social media handles and the platforms where they can stream your music.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram and Facebook under Lee Gunna. Facebook is Lee Gunna. Instagram is Lee Gunna with 2 underscores. The link to my music is in my bio on Instagram. All my music right now can be found on SoundCloud. Pretty soon, Fingers Purple and the rest of the tracks will be available on all platforms. And I'm not sure if I'm going to continue dropping on SoundCloud once I'm on all platforms. But right now, you can go ahead and get what you want and download it for nothing.
Well, hey, look, you know what? There's a lot of platforms out there that they can listen to, and you know, sometimes to listen to music, you still got to pay for them, even though you.
That's where the support comes in. You know, like if you support on what I'm doing, then buying a single for $1.29 shouldn't be nothing to you. It's $1. You go buy a pack of books for $1.07, $1.08, depending on what state you in. So it's like, you know, you can't throw a couple extra cents on it to support and hear that track whenever you want to listen to it. Then you just, you know, you cool. You just don't support me for real. And it's, you know, when I really get up out of here, don't try to bring your support then, because I'm like, nah, nah, little bitch. You know, I ain't gonna be rude about it, but it's just gonna be a real high five. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. You about to see me? Thanks. All right, I'll see you at the next show.
So I want to thank you for being on Prophet Radio, WEMS Radio, and definitely I look forward to hearing from you soon, especially when you drop your new project.
Definitely, I will be in touch. I appreciate you for having me on your show. Thank you, and shout out to MJ's Hip Hop Connect. Shout out to Yo-Yo Fearless. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. Shout out to JPEG Juggernaut. My baby's birthday is in about 7 days, so I'm on my way home to Vega. I'm coming to you, baby. I got your outfits. I got all that. Yeah, your jewelry, all that, baby.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So thank you again, and have a safe
You're welcome.
4th of July.
You do the same. Enjoy your weekend. I appreciate you having my time.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
You already know it's your boy.
Somebody gotta tell her how it is.
Prophet Pete
And how it might be.
for the city that never sleeps. Yeah, I don't got no friends because this is what can happen.
On God.
Oh God. Yeah.
Niggas wanna fight but be afraid to jump. Be built to pop and show your mama she ain't raised a punk. It get dirty in the field, you gotta face the funk. Cause when money for them bills can come in late this month, you gotta risk a better loss to eat off better folks.
Yeah.
Learn how to run shit so that you never
Profit.
walk. Make sure them phones ain't never off. You get caught, never talk. You won't get paid for brain. Don't take no nickels for your thoughts. Put them hammers on your hip like guns legal in New York. Cause if you're caught slipping, think what it'll cost. I seen too many good ones die with keys to a Porsche. Killers go away for college and earn degrees up north. I never seen the good and bad. I bury niggas I thought couldn't die. That got grounded for looking fly. Fresh to death and looked alive. And the nigga that did it ahead of news and looked surprised.
It be them niggas that we went to school with that'll catch you while you in your new wit.
Turn your brains into
Cool with
niggas that you running around
getting ass with.
ain't gonna help you do nothing.
but carry your casket.
It be the niggas that you went to school with, that'll catch you while you in your new whip and turn your brains into cool with.
Stop
Niggas
fronting.
that you running around getting ass with.
There's snakes out there, y'all.
Carry your casket. I ain't know what love was till I lost a loved one. You gotta check locations where niggas showing they love from. If your nigga catch feelings for cookies, he love crumbs. But if he get too close to the jar, show him you love guns. Niggas be in they feelings like some fresh shoes. Cause they can't profit off your next move.
Profit.
I'm the shit, it is me you gotta excuse. Excuse me. You know how many winners I let lose.
Yeah.
Cause they was trying to cross me like some neck Jews. What y'all feeding these rats? It ain't pet food. These are lessons you couldn't learn in your best schools. Like when the money's on the wood, how to make the desk move. Ain't nothing about success, not successful. You bound to get fucked if you jumping in the sex pool. There's levels to this shit, I play by step rules. Like after step one, just know who to step to. Niggas
That you went to school with,
that'll catch you
while you in your new whip and turn your brains into cool with.
Niggas that you running around
Getting ass with. You nothing but carry your casket. Niggas that you went to school with, while you in your new whip and turn your brains into cool with.
Niggas that you running around getting ass with ain't gonna help you do nothing but carry your casket.
That's my man, Inf the God, and here we go with the GOAT, real niggas.
BGF,
Yeah,
all money in,
Jersey,
no money out.
Brooklyn,
Man,
Harlem,
he's such a real nigga.
ATL.
Sell a lot of drugs, trainers bought a plug, fuck a lot of hoes, but I never fall. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Sell a lot of drugs, trainers bought a plug, fuck a lot of hoes, but I never fall. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga that these clouds kicking Pete. Pat Riley, nigga, I stay with the heat. BGF to the death, we mobbing in these streets. BGF to the death, we mobbing in these streets. On my son, I never fall. On the gang, nigga, I never talk. On my mama, nigga, I'm down to God. I always stick to the G car. And I ain't nothing like you weirdos. I ain't saving these hoes, I ain't no hero. Niggas ain't got no brain looking like Scarecrow. One flash money on the grab, ain't got no bankroll. That's why I don't fuck with these lames. Cause they the type that'll do it just for the fame. They the type to do it just for the club. If you real nigga, you ain't gotta say it out your mouth. Sell a lot of drugs, trainers bought a plug, fuck a lot of hoes, but I never fall. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Sell a lot of drugs, trainers bought a plug, fuck a lot of hoes, but I never fall. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real. I'm so real that they wanna be just like me, but they can't do it like Nike. They better play the role like Spike Lee. Do the right, or they gon' end up on a white tee. I'm so real, I'm so authentic. They let me in the game, I'm about to put on the clinic. Show you who not real, the government is sending. But I ain't in it like my name ain't been it, nah. Where I'm from, street code is law. Bitches know how to play they ball. Block doing numbers cause they small. Niggas pussy, they ain't got no heart. Niggas better play the role and play it well. Or they gon' get filled up with these shells. I'll snatch your koofy, nigga, I'll ring your bell. I ain't playing no games, I'ma give them hell. Sell a lot of drugs, trainers bought a plug, fuck a lot of hoes, but I never fall. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Sell a lot of drugs, trainers bought a plug, fuck a lot of hoes, but I never fall. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga. Man, he's such a real nigga.
It's my man Ray Pearson, Satisfaction, BX in the building, Profit Radio, you heard?
Your reign on the top is short like leprechauns as I crush all you whack MCs and rapper thugs. That was refreshing. Yeah. You can catch me in the Mecca, looking so mean. Blue Yankee fitted when I'm chilling with my team. Madison Square on the sideline screaming. Coach put me in and I'm on, now I'm beasting. Hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Oh yeah. Yo, you can catch me on the front line, looking like a sergeant. BX, all the way to Jersey, will be marching. SB, Cool D, Mello, bring the squad in. Call me Ray Moses with the flow that I be pardon me while I shoot for the art when a nigga draws. I'm Ray Charles, eye sharp when a nigga saw. Come on, dog, you can see a nigga fall to the light. Fuck the world, my emotions too raw. My name rings bells, I'm kicking down your door. Think you super fly, I put you in disguise like a luchador. So international, my thoughts are on tour. Shorty loves the swag, gotta slurp it through the super straw. This shit was hot about a week ago. I'm AC mixed with Zach, he's still screeching though. You can hate, you still peeping though. I be running through my old hood, mama, now it's time to get it in. So yeah, I'ma do me. Heard they wanted me to win, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard you thought that I was slacking, well it's time to do me. Shorty wants that satisfaction, well it's time to do me. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Yeah, fly nigga catch me with a shorty. I'm from the Bronx when my nigga still pop a 40. Puerto Rican call me Barty. Shorty called the dick fat is too gaudy. What else? This game I'm about to kick got me feeling like some salt that your bitch about to lick. Some alcohol, I'm about to liquor in this bitch. Then I'm out to the store to cop me a soda and the chick gon' stay grounded. I bet the red lights make you stop. It's my time, boy. I've been ticking like a watch. I'ma push the pin. At the end, it's all about respect. I'm ahead of minds, how I'm standing on top of next. Pure bars if you rewind it. Said I'm ahead of mine, I guess I have to remind it. My bad, you had to decline it. You wasn't all that, it's time to fall back. Now it's time to get it in, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard they wanted me to win, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard you thought that I was slacking, well it's time to do me. Shorty wants that satisfaction, well it's time to do me. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Who else? This shit is poppin'. All you other rappers know your shit is flopping. Hollybugs, this shit is knocking. They sending shots, I'ma tumble with the blocking. I'm not the type to talk about I pump lead or this money. I'm trying to double up like bunk beds. I'm tired of living life broke, fuck that. This money I must stash like it's under the nose. Hold up. Ray getting funky on them. Let's rock out Bundy on them, funny on them. I go bananas, I'm a monkey on them. I'm addicted to rap. Guess what? I'm a junkie on them. I'm causing riots when the rally starts. And one when I cross lines, I tally marks. Ray Pearson, I ain't with the slacking. You can call this satisfaction. Now it's time to get it in, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard they wanted me to win, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard you thought that I was slacking, well it's time to do me. Shorty wants that satisfaction, well it's time to do me. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep them high.
Joe, you already know who it is. It's your boy Prophet Pete. And this has been another episode of Prophet Radio, where we do it big every week. So make sure you tune in next week at the same time, at the same channel. Make sure you subscribe to our Instagram, our Facebook, WEMS Radio in the building, you heard?